Okay, listen.
Please.
And here's where I think that I'm going to get a little agreement from Brew and maybe full agreement from Kevin Wildes. Because nobody is shocked that I have Jordan behind LeBron. So I want to focus on the Kareem part of this. And where I think I'm going to get agreement from Brew is this. You can make a legitimate argument for three guys as the GOAT. LeBron, MJ, and Kareem. And if you're going to do that, one of them has to come in third. So a guy who could be the best ever is going to be, on some people's list, the third best ever. For me, that person is Michael Jordan. And here's where I think I'm going to sway Wildes. But, Brew, I know you're going to go next, but Wildes is living an open mind. Because I think I'm going to tell Wildes some things he might not know. So why do I have Kareem ahead of Michael Jordan? Quite simply, he did so much more in the league. I've heard Kevin Wildes and others say, well, yeah, LeBron's 10 trips to the finals. If he had 6 rings with those 10 trips, then that would be more impressive than Jordan's 6 rings and 6 trips. Well, that's Kareem. 10 trips to the finals with 6 rings, and by the way, also 6 MVPs. What about scoring, which is what Jordan did best? Well, Kareem had the most unstoppable shot in NBA history. He also set the record for most points in a career before I was born and holds it to this day. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 15 seasons, finished top 5 in MVP voting. Michael Jordan did not play 15 complete seasons. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was first or second team All-NBA, 15 seasons. Michael Jordan did not play 15 complete seasons. What about as an old guy? Because I've heard you guys explain to me, Jordan came back at 38 years old and led the Wizards to 37 wins. Kareem at 38 years old won finals MVP. Michael Jordan at 40 years old averaged 20 points per game for another 37-win Wizards team. Kareem at 40 years old averaged 22 points per game in the finals. And at 41, in a game 6, had the final play of the game drawn for him, hit 2 free throws, forced a game 7, won another championship. So that's as an old guy. What about as a young guy, Brew? Both were drafted to 27-win teams. Michael took his 27-win teams to 38 wins. Kareem took his 27-win team to 56 wins. Wow, that seems impressive. Oscar wasn't there yet. Year 2, by the way, Kareem won Finals MVP, League MVP, greatest season arguably ever, 66 wins. Michael was swept in round 1 and his team won 30 games. What about, wait, that's youth. What about pre-youth? And again, it's college and high school doesn't count here, but when it's this close, we're going to throw it in. In college, Michael Jordan was a really good player, good enough to go 3rd in the draft. Kareem was 88-2. Won Player of the Year all 3 years, won championships all 3 years, and won Final Four MVP all 3 years. And then, we want to go a little younger? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in high school was 79-2. Michael Jordan in high school was cut from his team. So I'm going to go ahead and say Kareem maybe
what did he do when he was 10?
Player. No, that's it. That's it. No, that's it.
Okay,
that's it. Kareem.
Keep going.
I'm going to make the case
that
it's the audacious case that the guy with the most points, the most rings of the era, and the most league MVPs is better than Michael Jordan. It's an audacious case, but I just made it.
You know I'm the wise elder statement. I actually saw Kareem play, unlike you. I watched him live, all right? And I like hearing you give him his love and his props. Okay, yes. I like hearing you give him his props. But, Nick, out of respect for Kareem and LeBron, I'm not going to call this ridiculous or ludicrous or absurd. I'm just going to say you having Michael Jordan as the 3rd best player ever, or really of the last 50 years. I don't know, maybe you got Cousy or Pettit
it would be
of Jordan.
No.
All
it
time.
would be.
Okay?
This is ever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But this is just wrong. You're wrong. You're flat out wrong. You're egregiously wrong. You're so wrong that all basketball friends, save you and probably Isaiah Thomas, my man, all right? From baby boomers to Generation X, Y, Z, Alpha, that's the new kids being born. They're all looking at this like, what? Alpha. They're flummoxed. They're astounded. They're aghast. Nick Come on, man. Michael Jordan is not the second best player ever, and he's certainly not the third best player. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Period. The end. No player, Nick, and you'll have to agree with this, has dominated the NBA like Michael Jordan has. Wilt Chamberlain did statistically, even more so.
Sure.
But he didn't win. Only 2 rings. Bill Russell did in terms of winning, even more so with 11. But he didn't dominate individually in terms of statistics. Only Michael Jordan has the incredible combination of individual statistical dominance and winning a ton of rings. All right, let me see the screen. Check out this full screen. I'm about to show you.
Yeah.
Right here. LeBron, Kareem. I'm waiting for the screen. Can I see it? Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's too
Michael
much. I can't
Jordan
read all
did
that.
more in fewer seasons. You're right. He only played 15 seasons. LeBron and Kareem, 8, 19, and 20. Jordan's got more rings than LeBron. He's got 6 of those categories, tied with Kareem for titles. Most three-peats. There have only been 3 in the last 50-some-odd years. Jordan's got 2 of them. Most finals MVPs. League MVP, 1 below Kareem. Most scoring championships. Look, he led the league in categories 13 times. Kareem 7, LeBron 2. 9-time first-team all-defense. And then PER for the analytics nerds. He's the best ever.
Yeah.
All right, Kareem, Nick, I don't want to take anything away from him. Kareem was not the best player on his last 3 championships, and arguably the last 4. Because in 1982, Magic Johnson led the Lakers in rebounds, assists, and steals, and averaged 18 points to Kareem's 23. So Magic was the finals MVP. So when Kareem was at his most dominant individually, he wasn't winning. He only won it with Oscar and Magic. And then he missed the playoffs twice at the height of his powers, once in 1975 and 1976.
Yeah, once he broke his hand.
In those 2 years, and when Kareem was most dominant individually, Nick, guess what? I'm surprised you didn't know this as a historian. Half of the best players in the world, half of the best players in the world were in the ABA. No Dr. J, George Gervin, Dan, we can go on and on and on. Yeah. So you can't take that out of the conversation. And we saw Kareem get outplayed in playoff series. Moses in 81 and 83. I won't even mention Olajuwon in 86. We never saw Michael Jordan get outplayed in the playoff series. A game maybe, not a series. Jordan raised his scoring by 3 points, his rebounds and his assists in the playoffs. Kareem actually dropped slightly in points, rebounds, and blocks in the playoffs, but essentially it was the same as his regular season. But Jordan lifted it up.